Snakes, silent hunters of the wild, discovering the science behind nature's perfect predators. The forest is quiet. The air is still. And then, a shadow moves. It's smooth, silent, and powerful. A creature with no legs, yet it glides effortlessly across the ground. Its tongue flickers in the air, tasting invisible scents. Its eyes lock onto something, a small mouse rustling in the leaves. With a flash of motion, the hunt begins. Meet the snake, one of nature's most misunderstood yet extraordinary animals. In today's lesson, we'll discover what makes snakes so special, their unique movement, senses, diet, and the crucial role they play in keeping our ecosystems balanced. By the end of this video, you'll see that snakes are not creatures to fear, but to understand and appreciate. What exactly is a snake? Snakes belong to the reptile family, the same group as lizards, turtles, and crocodiles. They're cold-blooded vertebrates, which means they have backbones but cannot regulate their own body temperature. Instead, they rely on sunlight and shade to warm or cool themselves. There are over 3,600 species of snakes around the world. You can find them almost everywhere, from hot deserts and tropical rainforests to grasslands and even oceans. Snakes come in all sizes. The smallest, the Barbados thread snake, is thinner than a pencil and only 10 centimeters long. The largest, the reticulated python, can grow over 10 meters long and weigh more than 100 kilograms. But no matter their size, all snakes share one thing in common: they've adapted perfectly to survive without legs. How snakes move without legs. How does an animal with no arms or legs move so gracefully? The answer lies in its muscular body and scales. Snakes move by contracting their powerful muscles and pushing against the ground with their scales. Scientists have identified several ways snakes move. Serpentine movement, the classic, S-shaped, motion most people imagine. Concertina movement, used when climbing trees or narrow tunnels, like an accordion stretching and squeezing. Sidewinding, seen in desert snakes, this lets them glide across loose sand without sinking. Rectilinear movement, large snakes like boas and pythons use this to creep slowly and silently in straight lines, perfect for ambush. Every movement is a masterpiece of muscle control and balance. Engineers even study snake motion to design search and rescue robots that can move through tight spaces. Super senses, seeing without seeing. Snakes don't have eyelids, their eyes are always open, protected by a clear scale. They also can't hear like we do. Instead of ears, they sense vibrations through the ground. So how do they find prey? Their secret weapon is their tongue and a special organ called the Jacobson's organ, located on the roof of their mouth. When a snake flicks its tongue, it collects scent particles from the air. It then presses the tongue tips to the Jacobson's organ to taste the air. That's how a snake knows if there's food or danger nearby. Some species, like pit vipers and pythons, even have heat-sensing pits that detect the body warmth of animals, allowing them to hunt in complete darkness. Imagine being able to see heat. That's one of nature's coolest superpowers. Venom and feeding. Snakes are carnivores, meaning they eat other animals, from insects and frogs to birds and mammals. But how they catch and eat their food is one of the most fascinating things in the animal kingdom. There are two main ways snakes hunt. Constriction, pythons and boas wrap around their prey and squeeze until it can't breathe. Venom, cobras, vipers, and rattlesnakes inject venom through hollow fangs to paralyze or kill prey instantly. Venom is a complex mix of proteins that can attack the nervous system or blood cells. But here's a fun fact: most snakes are non-venomous. They rely on stealth, speed, or strength instead. After catching their meal, snakes swallow it whole. Yes, whole. Their jaws can unhinge to open incredibly wide, and their flexible ribs stretch to fit even large prey. Some snakes can eat animals bigger than their own head. Once full, a snake can go weeks or even months before eating again. Life cycle of a snake. Like all living creatures, snakes go through a life cycle. Egg. Most snakes lay eggs in warm, hidden places. Hatchling. When baby snakes hatch, they're independent from birth, no parental care needed. Adult. They grow by shedding their skin, a process called molting. Each time a snake sheds, it gets a fresh, shiny layer of scales, almost like growing a brand new suit. Some snakes, especially those in colder climates, give birth to live young instead of laying eggs. This helps the babies survive harsh environments. Defense and camouflage. Snakes have evolved many ways to protect themselves. Their most important defense: camouflage. Many species blend perfectly with their surroundings. Green snakes hide in leaves, brown ones disappear in dirt or rocks, and desert snakes match the sand. When threatened, snakes have different reactions. Some hiss loudly to scare off predators. Others flatten their bodies to look bigger. Venomous snakes, like cobras, raise their heads and display warning colors. And if all else fails, they strike fast. Still, snakes rarely attack humans unless they feel cornered. They'd rather escape than fight. Types of snakes around the world. Let's meet some of the world's most fascinating snakes. King cobra, Asia, the world's longest venomous snake, capable of standing tall and spreading its hood. Anaconda, South America, a giant constrictor that lives in rivers and swamps, one of the heaviest snakes in the world. Rattlesnake, North America, famous for its tail rattle, a natural warning system. Green tree python, Australia. Bright green and beautiful, it coils around branches and waits for prey. Garter snake, Canada and USA, a harmless, common snake found in gardens and fields. Each species plays a role in maintaining balance in its ecosystem, keeping pest populations under control and providing food for larger predators. The role of snakes in nature. Snakes may seem scary, but they're actually heroes of the ecosystem. They control populations of rats, mice, and insects, animals that spread disease or damage crops. Without snakes, rodent populations would explode, leading to famine and imbalance. They're also an important food source for hawks, eagles, and other predators. In short, no snakes equals no balance. So the next time you see a snake, remember, it's not your enemy, it's nature's pest control expert. Myths and misunderstandings. Throughout history, snakes have been both feared and admired. In some cultures, they represent evil or danger. In others, like ancient Egypt and India, they symbolize wisdom and rebirth. Many people think all snakes are poisonous, but only about 15% of all snake species are venomous. Most are harmless and prefer to avoid humans altogether. Understanding snakes helps replace fear with respect. They aren't monsters, they're simply wild animals doing their part in the web of life. Snakes and conservation. Sadly, many snake species are in danger due to habitat loss, road traffic, and human fear. When forests are cleared or wetlands drained, snakes lose their homes. When people kill them out of fear, ecosystems suffer. Organizations around the world now work to protect snakes and educate people about their importance. You can help, too, by learning, sharing facts, and never harming a snake in the wild. Remember, a healthy planet needs snakes. Incredible snake facts. Snakes have existed for over 100 million years, since the age of dinosaurs. Some can go a year without eating. Snakes use their ribs to walk when they move. The black mamba can slither at speeds up to 20 kilometers per hour. A snake's heart can move inside its body to avoid damage when swallowing large prey. Some snakes can swim across oceans. That's how sea snakes spread between islands. Why snakes matter. Every animal has a role, and snakes are no exception. They teach us about adaptation, balance, and the beauty of evolution. They remind us that fear often comes from misunderstanding, and that curiosity is the key to knowledge. When we protect snakes, we protect the delicate balance of life that keeps our planet healthy. The next time you see a snake gliding silently through the grass, don't be afraid, be amazed. It's not just an animal. It's a story of survival, strength, and science written in scales. If you enjoyed learning with us today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Right finger question of the day. If you could have one snake ability, silent movement, heat vision, or unhinging your jaw, which would you choose, and why? Tell us in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and keep discovering the wonders of the natural world.